it's a fantastic film to open the festival with, partly because Sylvain Chomet partly made it as a response to having moved to Edinburgh, and he moved to Edinburgh because his first film, Belleville Rendezvous, played at the festival, and he fell in love with the light and the architecture, and he wants to be in Scotland, so he came and set his animation studio up here. The Story of the Illusionist, which is based on a script by Jacques Tati, was originally set in Paris and Czechoslovakia, and he moved all the action to Scotland so that he could make his Scottish movie. And it's just a stunning portrait of Edinburgh. I think there are films that have done beautiful things with Edinburgh before, like The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie and Hallam Foe, and even Trainspotting actually in its own special way. But there aren't as many as you might think there should be, given what an incredibly beautiful city it is. It's always struck me as an inherently cinematic landscape that we have here. But there aren't that many iconic images of Edinburgh on film, and I think The Illusionist just does it so beautifully. And not just Edinburgh, but wider Scotland as well. It goes up to the Western Isles, and it's not just that he gets the architecture and the landscape, it's that play of light that he just captures so brilliantly. Edinburgh has very different sides to it, like any active, buzzy city does, and you can certainly find very different ways of portraying it. I mean, we've got another film in the programme called A Spanking in Paradise, which is all set in Edinburgh's underworld among the saunas and strip joints and gangland. So that's a completely different end of it. But as someone who lives in Edinburgh, I mean, I certainly think the primary thing that I always say about it when I'm asked about it is that it's beautiful. You know, I mean, every city's got its sleazier side and every city's got its sort of underworld, but I think the spectacular look of Edinburgh is what makes it such a joy to live here. So for me, The Illusionist really captures some of those vistas and views and just the atmosphere of the place in a very special way.